Oh my goodness. What's up, everybody? I don't know what Caucasian did. He don't know what he did. All they can hear is this loud music, though. I don't know who's watching. But Scotty Waddles, hello, hello. Snark and Sass, hello. Eggsy, Wondering Hippie. And the birthday boy will be here momentarily. You are muted. Thank you. That music was so loud.
That is what ruined what I was doing over there, bro. Like, I hit that button and it did a weird sidebar thing, and suddenly I couldn't figure out what was going on. Hey, how is everybody? How you doing?
I'm okay. You caught me off guard, man.
Yeah, I'm good at that.
Yeah.
You did good. I'm proud of you.
Well, once I realized that you put me up and I had to do something, it was like, shit.
Right? Because I'm a troll. So did you just get done with your shift at the hospital, or they let you out of the sperm bank?
What are you talking about? It don't look like scrub.
You kind of look like you might have just turned the oldest patient at the old folks' home.
Shut the front door.
Welcome to the roast, ladies and gentlemen. This is the way this happens.
Yes, whatever. You suck balls.
All right, so I got a couple of things picked out over here, not a whole lot. I'm basically just going to sit here, shoot shots, and shoot shots. That's my plan.
That's your plan?
That's the plan, yes. You just caught a stray. Oh. Let me find the right playlist so I can actually set things off. Actually, I didn't get to do that. I want to do that one. We're going to do that one.
Why don't you restart? It's Groundhog Day. Start over.
Restart. Oh my God.
Like, do your intro, whatever.
Yeah, that's right. Because you're the one girl. And look at there. We got another girl. Hey, sexy. Damn, you stupid fly. Let me pull up that bumper and spank that monkey. Hey, did Tim Pool get pissed when he took his beanie?
Actually,
I know, Joe Cool. That's what I'm saying. Vertical, really?
So cool.
Like, I cannot believe he was doing it this way. This is bullshit.
I wasn't expecting Vertical for your birthday stream, but
exactly.
Okay.
What the hell?
I don't know, man. I think
okay. Stop telling him it's okay. You act like it's his birthday or something.
I mean, it's his birthday. He can cry if he wants to.
So what? I'm crying. It's his birthday, but I'm crying.
I mean, well, Age Out, when's your birthday? We'll cry together. How about that?
Okay.
When's your birthday? I actually, and Squatch has got me beat by 3 weeks. My birthday is 21 days from now. So.
Not my birthday, Eggsy. It's his birthday.
I know that. I know it's his birthday. That's what I'm saying.
We're February again. Chat. Look, Jay, if you're going to be up here, you better pay attention.
All right, fine. Whatever, man. Get mad at me too. Cut my head off. Bite my head off. Jesus.
Welcome to the show, bud. This is the Groundhog's Roast. We take shots and take shots. I'm going to take a shot. Y'all take a shot at each other.
Well, I made a mixed drink because you said you were drinking, so I got me some Fireball and some 7-Up.
Nice.
I wanted to get myself prepared. Yeah. And if I run out of that, I have some Cabernet Sauvignon I can start sipping on. Actually, I had that with dinner.
Whatever.
You were sipping on a Cabernet?
The Cabernet, well, that was when I had pasta. And usually when I get pasta, when my girl cooks pasta, I go to the liquor store and get us a bottle of wine. Because I like to have wine with my pasta.
What shape of pasta was it?
I was just some basic spaghetti. That's all. Spaghetti and meatballs. Okay. That's all.
I made spaghetti and meatballs like was that yesterday? Day before yesterday. And then I made a shrimp Alfredo tonight. And it was actually pretty freaking good because I did use a bottled Alfredo base, but I go farther than that. It's not just, Alfredo.
I am a weak link. Yes.
You're the weak link.
What's your drink of choice, AJ?
Oh, my Captain and Dr. Pepper.
That's not bad. Okay. I mean, the Captain does, take off the edge of how shitty Dr. Pepper is, but yeah, that's not bad.
Maddie, or Coke or whatever your beverage.
If you're going to speak about the Lord of all drinks, you could do it backstage.
He was talking. Well, I mean,
oh my God, you like Dr. Pepper?
Past my lips.
I just never, man, because I always thought Dr. Pepper was meant to be like a cinnamon cherry flavor, and then they came out with the cherry vanilla Dr. Pepper, or whatever it was. But I'm like, I thought it was already cherry, and I don't know what Dr. Pepper's flavor is. It's just a weird flavor. It just tastes
23 flavors, baby, including plum.
Yeah, but that's I just couldn't jive with it. I just can't. Not that it's nasty. It just tastes. That's all.
Tastes, man.
It just tastes, man. It's like sugar.
This is why you're a low Brent, low brow, no good, no taste, savage.
Now, if I was highbrow, oh my goodness, look me.
But they were calling you Silent Bob in chat. They were trying to troll you with Silent Bob.
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck that guy was. It must have been. Is that one of your guys, man? This dude was on my sack the whole time, man. I'm like, bro, who are you, dude?
I mean, I have Caucasian, maybe.
Hey, John,
what?
Can you text or text Joe Cool the link?
I don't know his number. I don't have his digits.
I find that amazing. You're a white woman on the internet. I figured you
knew. No.
Yeah, but I mean, the guy was trying to say I'm gonna go cuddle with Silent Bob, and I mean, I think this guy I think he liked me. Like he liked me. I think he thought it was attractive, right. But I'm like, bro, he has to fight my girlfriend for me first if he wants to do that.
Sure.
If I had some chilled box wine, I would.
Snark and Sass came through and said hi. We got Eggsy. We got the Wandering Hippie, or as we were calling him last night, the Wandering Herpy.
Yeah.
Dude, he did some absolute art last night, right? A completely straight guy who sat down with his granddaughters, his daughters, and his wife and let them make him up for a stream. Mm-hmm. And it sounds like some weird lefty bullshit, but it's okay because it's Wandering Hippie and he is weird lefty bullshit. So that's fine, right? But It was excellent content. It was absolutely beautifully done, and it was for the most wholesome of reasons. So I even though I want to shoot at him for that, I want to come at him for that, at the same time I've done exactly the same thing. Let my daughters sit down and make me over. I've done it. It's a wholesome, great. It's great.
It was great. I can't believe he cut off the tip of his finger today. Did you read that in chat?
What?
Hippie cut the tip of his finger off today. His middle finger. So he said that his middle finger on a saw or something, his middle finger, he said, is now the same as his pointer finger. So he cut that much of his finger off. Yeah, he was saying it in your chat.
Yeah, I read that too, but when you said just the tip got cut off, I didn't know what you meant, so I kind of
that was a late stage circumcision. But listen,
right?
You can call me Sasquatch. I don't mind, Brutus. A2, Mr. Queefcake. By the way, that's a participation trophy right there, Brutus Queefcake. That's good.
So Squatch, it's your birthday. your birthday stream, what would you like to do today or this
Dude,
evening?
I'm the most boring person on earth. If given my own ruthers, I will sit here and watch beavers build a dam. I will sit. I'm not even joking. I will sit right here and watch one of those stupid documentaries about how a 14th century ship sails.
Bro, honestly, I'll be real with you. When I first started really smoking bud, and I mean like this is like mid
Uh,
2010s, when I would get like absolutely blazed out of my skull, I'd be like, I want to learn some shit, and I'd put on like National Geographic or the History
he
Channel
said
or Discovery Channel,
beavers.
and I would just
No,
sit there and just watch it and just absorb because it
you
knocks
just
back all
wanted
my
to see
ADHD so I can focus properly, and I would just absorb all the info, bro. It's
you
like the
just
greatest
wanted
thing
to
to
see
do.
the nipples for the natives. That's what
Hey man,
National
listen,
Geographic was
Tribal
for,
Life. That was the show back in the day. If you wanted to see some nips on cable TV, you watch Tribal Life. That's how you did
right?
it.
Yeah,
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
God,
man.
where are my haters at? Why aren't my haters here?
Because you didn't invite them to the party, god damn it.
Yeah,
That's why.
Well, I mean, you started early,
I
so
did. I
I
did. I started
mean,
30 minutes early, and I did it on purpose.
And you know what? And you visually impaired your haters by going vertical. That's why they're like, oh, I want to hate on him
that's the
horizontal. I want to hate on
too.
him landscape, not
I don't
vertical.
want a moron coming in here. I want somebody with some actual chops. That's why I'm going to text homie. That's why I'm.
If you really want a hater, I could always invite King Shenard. That
No, I
would be
said a
lit.
hater, not a panel killer.
Uh-huh.
Those are different.
Oh,
Yep.
Ajot, you don't know who King
What?
Shenard is. You have yet to
No.
Yeah,
actually.
King Shenard. King Shenard
He
will
has.
accuse you of tap dancing because you disagreed with some non-salient point to the conversation.
Oh yeah.
No, he
I
would
told,
call her a tap dancing ally. No, that's
yeah,
different. She would be a tap
I
dancing
mean,
ally.
I am called a Russian spy.
but that's just
Yeah.
because you're an international woman. You have Roman hands and Russian fingers.
Oh, wait. I could be taken in so many ways.
I'll give it to you. Don't fuck with me, Jay.
Oh,
Told
man.
you, listen, no. My wife spent a week in Puerto Rico a couple of months ago. She has been
Which part?
absolutely begging me to go back. I have no freaking clue, but she's been begging me to go back.
I
And
would love to
I'm
go.
totally, absolutely down. And
Listen, if you, man, I would, if you were serious, you really wanted to, there's some spots you should definitely visit El Yunque.
dude,
Arecibo
I'm
is,
going to get with you on this. Like, this is
yeah,
like in the future
great spot.
things of shit for Sasquatch to do.
Yeah.
And this sounds crazy, but just
Mhm.
work with me on it. And we might all go together. Take us a
That'd
fucking
be great.
slow cruise or some goddamn shit. I don't know. The decisions have not been made. There are a lot of
Mhm.
things in flux at the moment. I'm shopping for an RV. I'm
Right.
working on making a mobile studio.
No
I'm
hairy
working on
thumbs.
some traveling things that I haven't really brought up a whole bunch
Well,
of.
I will
Uh,
say this. If you go back again, okay, definitely visit El Yunque in the, it's in the rainforest. It's actually in the rainforest. Arecibo, they don't have the observer. They had the world's largest observatory,
gotta go
observatory there.
see.
Closed
I
down.
gotta go see the bond board, man. We got to go to Arecibo, no doubt. Got to go see that bond board.
Definitely go to Old San Juan. Visit El Morro. That's the fortress. Definitely go to, if you can, go to Vieques. It's a smaller island off of the main island, and there's a ferry you can go to see that, and you'll see a bunch of other, like, some tribal carvings, some tribal relics, so to speak. My family, when my abuelo, when he was alive, he stayed in Juncos. It's my father's village. When I visited him the first time, my mother's village was in Camoy. That's more to the northwest of the island. That's a good spot to go to. Um, and if you ever get a chance and you want to go to the biggest area for shopping, if you want to go to a bunch of cool bodegas and you really want to buy some designer clothes on the cheap, then go to Caguas. Caguas, Miguel Cotto, the boxer, he lives there, and they have some great food over there. The great street vendors, and you can also go to the Captain Morgan and Bacardi factories are there. So rum is dirt fucking cheap. Rum is
It
dirt.
is, it,
Rum is dirt cheap. Oh,
bro. That's one of the things she told me. She's like, dude, we're gonna get us an Airbnb or something. We're gonna
mhm.
post up in the right locations so that we can basically, short leg migrate our fat American asses around. It'd be great. It'd be great, dude.
Let's see. You can go to Well, keep in mind you don't need a passport to go there. Obviously, you can go. There's a great resort that we went. We went in peak season. We went the first time my family and I went. This was 2014, I think. It's the first time I ever went to the island to go visit family. We stayed at a resort in Oaxaca. It was only $100 a night. Actually, it was pretty good. Oaxaca's got a great beach. Then you can go to Crash Boat Beach. That's where the Pelican Whisperer is.
Isn't there isn't there like a what is it called, a bioluminescent beach down there?
Luquillo.
Yes,
Luquillo is beautiful.
I've never heard that word said. I've only seen it written.
Luquillo is such a beautiful beach because in the daytime, the water it's very warm, bro. It's like if you were to have a nice leisurely warm bath. It's that warm, and you can see straight. You can see straight down into the water. You see the fish swimming by your feet. And at night you can see, but basically it's not. You can't say it's bioluminescence, but the fish reflect a lot of light. It's kind of like what's that book called? Like the rainbow fish, not the rainbow fish, but there was a book back in the day where the fish had lots of shiny scales and it reflects the light back. Loquillo is a beautiful beach, honestly. A lot of Dominicans over there, but they make good food, so I don't mind. Go to Crash Boat. Go to Crash Boat Beach. Like I said, Harry. His name is Harry. I don't know his last name, but Harry the Pelican. No, Harry Aguilar, the Pelican Whisperer. He actually trains pelicans to do tricks.
This is why I'm saying, like, we'll get our shit together. We'll do this shit, and you're gonna go visit your fucking family, and we're gonna come down there and do some stupid shit. It'll be fucking great, dude. We'll do the whole American thing. What's up, you dusty motherfucker?
Joe,
I can't believe I'm here.
How's your wife and my kids?
Yeah, they're all doing well.
That's good, baby. That's good. You need to teach them little bastards some fucking respect.
Squatch, you ain't shit, yo. I swear. Squatch, you ain't shit, man.
Really? Wait till you meet me, bro. Wait till you meet me. You're gonna meet me and realize that I am nothing but shit.
Shit.
I don't know how to stand this phone up vertical, man. What the fuck?
Well, you gotta get one of these, bro. Listen, Joe Cool, why don't you just get one of these, man? You get them on Amazon for like $20. Just get one of these, bro.
Cool travels.
Oh shit, I got one of them over here. Hold on, I'm an idiot.
Yeah. Well, if you have one, use that.
I'm an idiot. I got one of those.
See, that's why I like Jay. He handles shit the simplest way possible.
Thank you for that.
Yes, that's called optimization.
Logistics, dude. Logistics is one of the things my autism is very useful for. I pay attention to like tiny details. I'm a firm believer that they say the devil is in the details, but in truth, it's God. Because if you take care of all the details, the devil never gets a chance.
You had to get one of these joints too. The Deutsche Yeski.
Is that your cock ring, bro? I can't wait.
No, this is too small. You know me.
Yo, you
what
wild,
you got,
bro.
baby? What you got?
I'm finna smoke with you, Pepe. Hold on.
Hell yeah, hold up. Let me slap around White Squatch's booty and let me see if I can get him because
see if we can
Joe, are you still in Colorado right now, or are you back
I'm back in Colorado. I'd have been to where did I go? I just went to Arizona. I filmed in Tucson and filmed with James Freeman and Tuck now. And now I'm back here and I'm finna leave again in a couple of days.
Were you in Colorado? Around May? Around May of this year?
It's possible. It's I don't know.
Because here's the thing, man. I was there. I wish I don't know. I was there this past May. I would have looked you up, man. Guess what? I stayed in Colorado Springs, as my Theo lives there.
Yes, I'm there.
Stay there.
And don't try to make no plans with Joe Cool. He don't come through. He'll go right past you and be like, "Hey,
really?
You know what I mean? Oh yes, no."
That shit showing up on
dude, you play that shit with me, and that shit will be a short on YouTube going, "There's goes Joe Cool." That's my baby.
Hey, last time, John.
Joe Cool been around here like 2-3 times, dude. And
I've been there like 3 times the last 2 months.
Yeah.
But look,
nothing.
I called Toe and told him I was on the way. And then our guy texted me. And I was running low on weed. He was like, "I got you," and he was up to $1.
I got you. I could have got you.
I was out of knowing, but yeah. Check that shit out. Yeah, this we smoke with Sasquatch today. Jet
Oh,
fuel.
I do have some. Hold up. I got you, bro. I
I
got
got
you.
some Gorilla Glue in the garage, but
My
I got
God,
smoke in the
make me
garage.
get my fucking glasses out for some.
Joe, have you met
Alligator
Jay?
wine? That's that purple shit. As I met who?
Have you met Jay? Jay Riller?
No, he looks like a nice young man. Though, how
Oh,
are you,
dude,
fella?
listen.
Is
When I
that
Nice to
your
meet you,
name,
Joe, for the
Jay?
first time.
Is that your
Yeah.
name, Jay?
Oh yeah.
He looks like an honorable cat.
Oh wait, have you
Sasquatch.
already
I'll
touched
get to
tips?
know.
I feel like y'all might have already touched tips. Okay.
Jay is my favorite. No way he can know this, but I'm always talking about I hang out with some cool Republicans, and I was talking about a Republican room, and Jay is the cat that I be
Hold on.
talking about. I reference all
I'm
the
a
time.
Republican so that way I can vote in the primary.
Dude,
That's
hold
it.
on, Jay. I heard you talking about Republicans, like hanging out with some cool Republicans and stuff one night
Yeah,
on some random stream. I don't even remember what stream it was, but I heard you talking about it. I was over here hitting the joint, and I went,
Yes,
he's talking about Jay.
yes. Not only do they
Something
not
about
boot
what you
me,
were talking about specifically was a topic he had covered like the day before or something, and I was like, "That's
I've been
gotta
talking
be
about
Jay."
how those fucking most of them boot me and get angry with me, and he's one of the rare cats where they actually want a different opinion. I was talking about that recently. You could have been there for that. Matter of fact,
Yeah, because echo chambers are boring, man.
yeah, everybody says that though, right, Jay?
What do
Everybody
they mean it?
says that, but
Do
not
they mean it?
They don't
everybody
Because
mean
there are
it.
lives
times,
it,
listen,
They
right?
don't
because
mean
Joku,
it.
there are times on my stream when I'll get a bunch of the people who usually will side with me in an argument, right? And then there'll be you, and then I have to argue against them with you, so that way we can have a balanced conversation.
Yes, you'll do that.
Yeah.
Yes. It's the greatest, yo. I mean, I don't know. It's really cool, man. When motherfuckers just sticking to the argument and
MLH,
not
bring
bringing
your
all their
ass.
baggage in there.
Well, I think
What's up,
most of the
man?
problem now. I think most of the problem now is I actually got into an argument with one of the guys who you've argued with, Joe, on the stream, and you know him. And
I know the one.
we were
What
at
you
work. I
gonna
was
say?
literally having a full on argument because he believes that I have switched up, and now I'm a leaf in the wind, and I switch with the wind. And mostly he's mad about it because of the whole
Bitch. Hey, hold up.
I argued.
Hold up, bro. You can't use that fucking quote inappropriately. I'm a leaf on the wind. Watch how I soar. That's the proper quote.
Okay, well, I'm just saying.
You can be any other thing.
I'm telling you what he called me, though. He called me the leaf in the wind who just blows with every direction. He blows in the direction with
Was
wind.
that your interpretation, or is that what he said? Because if he called you leaf on the wind, that has reference.
Yeah, he called me a leaf in the wind that just goes with the direction of the wind. That's what he referred to me as.
Jay, am I right in interpreting that as what he is really saying is that you didn't side with me? That was my initial
essentially. So here's the thing. We were all like a hodgepodge. We were all part of the same group, and I think we were all a hodgepodge of different ideologies. Who were like, we have a singular enemy that we must defeat, and we're like, yeah, we won in November. But then the cracks started showing because very early on, I was like, hey guys, I don't have a problem with H-1Bs coming to this country, and I was very vocal about that. I was like, they're coming here legally, they're paying taxes.
Yes, I did hear you.
You're going with the process, and I made several streams about that. And when I started doing that, that's when the bullshit started. That's when stuff really started going sideways.
Well, I was right. You need to side with them. You need to do the mob shit. As long as you side with them, they love you. And if you step out, they want your friends. It sucks, but that's the way that shit.
Good to see you, bud.
Yeah, but the thing is that Joe, you know this. They have
whole part. Is that what
it happens? But Joe, you know this all too well. Is that there are people over there who have that you've come across who have some extreme views. I don't get mad at them for their views. I let them talk about what they want to talk about. I don't sit there and say, fuck you, you're an asshole, I don't want to know you anymore. I didn't do that. Why? Because I would always talk shit about how lefties do that. Why am I going to do the same thing that lefties do if I'm going to talk shit on them?
Right. I'm sorry. I was trying to find
all right, so wait a second. Hold on. I hear that you're trying to take the higher road. I get that. But correct me if I'm wrong. Is it the nice guys who win or the cheaters? Remind me.
That depends. I think that depends, honestly.
It depends. I would say
I think
depends.
that depends.
It depends on your metric for win.
Okay, well, here's the thing.
Okay.
All right.
You could say that. Okay, so the natural inclination that you want me to say is that the cheaters win, and normally I would agree with you. However, if you have a whole environment full of nice guys who see a singular cheater trying to win by cheating, well, they're gonna shoot his ass, which they should because he's cheating. He's
at
destroying
least
the
not
equilibrium.
fall for it. Even if they don't hurt them, they're not going to fall for the
Hey,
bullshit
Tiffany.
he's trying. Yeah.
But the thing is, I just have a problem with the certain spaces I've dwelled in
Hey,
because it's a
Tiff.
lot of hypocrisy. You can't sit here and try to change people's belief systems and change the ideologies they follow, but within your own life, you're not exemplifying that,
Hold
and that's the
on.
biggest problem that I had.
I hear
Now you
what
can
you're
say that
saying.
that I'm naive. You can say that, oh well, that's not how the world works, and I'd agree with you. But the simple fact of the matter is, don't sit here and talk about how your way of doing things is better than the way that millions of people live their lives. When within your own life, you're not being an example. You're not leading by example of what you want to see others do.
I
You can't
disagree.
do that.
You can
Okay.
if you're willing to pay the piper. You have to pay the sacrifice to do so.
Be
You have to
specific.
do the thing. It doesn't matter how much you talk about the thing until you do it and have the receipts. All right, specifically, I know of two channels that were both red pill manosphere type channels,
Okay.
and after encountering me, they could no longer be red pill manosphere type channels. And it was because when they brought to me the problems they had, I explained that it was actually your fault it was the channel creator's fault that these things were happening, not because of women, not because of other people, and certainly not because you're a victim. You're a victim because you choose to be a victim, not because these people are victimizing you. You are allowing that to take place. And both of these channels went offline for about 4 days each. Now, this was months apart from each other. And I hit you with one of these, and I don't think it worked quite as well as it did with them. But they hit me with, all right, I've raised 2 other men's children.
Oh,
They called me a cuck.
you have?
Yes. Those children did not ask to be born into a world without a father. And I am a good father figure. I've raised other children as well. And I raised my own child and adopted my baby mama's children as if they were my very own. They come.
That's different. That's different, though. That's different.
Like, but and you can argue about it, but listen, there is no better satisfaction than watching someone who is not your blood progeny argue your points better than you can. You try finding a young Afghani lady to argue specifically manosphere points.
Well, Squatch, the difference is that you chose to adopt those children, so they took on your name, they took on your title.
I didn't legally adopt them. I adopted them spiritually. I took them into my family. I took them into my household. They go on vacations with us. We throw birthday parties for them. We show up. When my daughter was in school, if she got in trouble and they decided to have a parent conference, we'd show up 7 deep. You get me, my wife, her mama, her new husband, one of her ex-husbands would show up because he actually adopted my daughter at the time. And so you would end up with him, his wife, and possibly his ex-wife because she was married to him when he adopted my daughter. So we would show up 6 or 7 deep. I'm not even joking. We would come rolling in there and suddenly whatever problems existed vanished like a fart in the wind. Suddenly they didn't want to talk about it. It wasn't worth bringing up. Joey, did you drop a crack rock?
No, my girl was giving her a flashlight.
You go, girl. You do you do. This is the Groundhog Roast, baby. I got to shoot shots.
All right, well, I'm barely there, man. But I'm getting there.
By the way, when is Groundhog Day this year?
I did watch the Groundhog Day.
You said what? What was that called? Sasquatch?
I don't have a Cash App because I don't want your fucking money.
It's your birthday,
you can send it to American Justice 81.
I don't. Oh yeah, no. I mean, I'll drop.
Here you go on his birthday.
I'll make sure it gets to you, Sasquatch. Joe Cool Cash App.
That shit in the mail, ain't it?
I'll make sure it gets there.
Bro, look at all your vulture.
Hey, is Lawyer Chicken chat? Because I got something for her.
This guy is Teflon. He is like who in the world could I say nearly 100 felony criminal charges have been leveled against the former president? And he is still like rallying and campaigning. I feel like he like eats his shit and it just like makes him tanner and younger and stronger. I feel like he eats it with like a golden spoon that's like emblazoned the Mar-a-Lago emblem, and he's just like, give me more charges. It's like amazing. You better not cut that and make that a video.
Well,
Too late.
Welcome to YouTube.
Doing Sasquatch
yeah.
too junk, man. And since Jay, you over here, let's do some political shit, because
More?
Well,
Oh,
I
dear.
didn't know. I know did.
Hey, John, you just relax. I got this.
You do it all the time.
Okay.
All right.
No issue with that. What do you want to talk about?
I want to know, with this two-party system, what is the possible conclusions? Does one can't dominate the other forever? What does this go? What are we doing? We flip-flop every 4 to 8 years. Where does we go with this two-party system? Do we get out of it? What the fucking give me the future?
May I?
You're the birthday boy.
Oh, yeah.
You're the birthday boy.
All right. So I have a buddy of mine. He's a total moron, but sometimes from the mouth of babe speaks truth,
Yes.
right? And homie tells me one day, and he's sitting over there and he's like sucking on his freaking finger bong, and he's ripping bong rips, and he looks at me and goes, oh, dude, America's like this big freaking schizophrenic baby that changes its head every 4 years.
He's right.
I'm going, motherfucker's right. What? No, you're a stoner. You're not supposed to be right. Stop it.
So what? We've been, oh man, that's a scary thought, Sasquatch. We've
Yeah.
been falling for it all of my life. The schizophrenic kid. Is that what we're just doomed to do, Jay? I'm assuming you're a bit more optimistic than me and Sasquatch.
So no. So what I think is gonna end, I don't know if you're gonna call this my theory optimism. What I think is gonna end up happening is the pendulum is gonna swing so much. We're gonna keep on seeing the pendulum swing really hard. Because I like I said, after 4 years, I don't expect it to be a very right-leaning government at all. I expect it to be even more left than we've ever seen before.
Really?
And because society has a natural tendency to become socially liberal with each generation,
yes,
you're going to eventually see, in my opinion, the Republican Party is going to end up dying. It's going to end up fracturing, and it's going to end up dying. And whatever replaces it is going to be so extremely far right that you're only going to have dichotomies from here on. There will no longer be a middle ground. Because the Republican Party is going to be dead, and whatever elements of it are left over will only be the most extreme of the right. And because society has a natural tendency to be more socially liberal with each passing generation, the Democrat Party that still survives will just become extremely left-leaning. And if there is a third party, or third parties that emerge, you will continue to see them stamped out unless you have a really ugly social upheaval. Now, what that social upheaval would be, I mean, I have theories, but I don't have a tinfoil hat on like Sasquatch does. But that's the only way you're going to see a third party emerge. I do believe that a third party would be good for social and political stability. The problem is the uniparty works so well. The uniparty is so cohesive, like the duopoly. It works so well for both sides. Even though they hate each other, it lines their pockets so well. Why would you get rid of it? Why would you get rid of something that makes everybody rich? Even if you hate them.
I like your first part better. I believe that it's going to go to the far right, but I believe they'll be successful, not the left, because I think they're going to go dictator shit. I didn't know people would do some of the things that I've seen them do under Trump. If you do oh my God, I thought all of that shit was off limits. Had Obama did it or anybody in the past, Clinton or somebody, you'd have been like, oh my God, they're horrible. Now that they know what they can get away with, I think these motherfuckers are going to go straight dictator shit. I think they're going to.
There it is.
I think it's going to get worse. I'm totally expecting it to be like the other countries who were taken over by these far right so-and-so, or they took such a foot in the Ukraine or Germany or whoever, where these places seem to develop. I think it is now. I think that's what's happening under Trump, man, and motherfuckers are immune to it. I think,
Joey,
yeah.
is it lost on you that most dictatorships and regimes are left wing?
It
Isn't it a
must be
weird
because
thing?
recently everything I shouldn't say every, but recently everything seems to be right wing or radical.
From the mainstream media or from the back
No, I meant
channels
in
of
the
signal?
wars and conflicts. I meant in
Well,
motherfuckers who making moves. Yeah.
the reason the right, as you put it, the right wing is making moves is because the only people interested in globalism are in third world countries. The rest of us are just trying to hold on to what we got.
Mm-hmm. Now, keep in mind, I think most people have a tendency to think that right-wing extremism leads to dictatorship is because they always go back to Hitler. They always go back to World War II. That's like the go-to that they think of. But Stalin killed more people than Uncle H did. Pol Pot, Mao killed even more people than both of them combined did.
I wasn't going back that far. I don't think we have to for the conversation. If you think about right now, the power players, I'm thinking about over there in the Ukraine, they took hold over there, and them Nazi cats, and I don't try to not say that word, but those cats took hold over there. They are, even the government, Zelensky, all of them is more comfortable.
You're talking
with
about
Svoboda.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know what Svoboda is, but that whole movement that was over there, or you talking about the lightning motherfuckers over there with that Zelensky team with, I think.
The political party you're referring to is called Svoboda.
I thought that's
and that's
yes.
Svoboda is the I'll just put it. It's basically the extremist right. I'm not going to say the word because I don't know if it's going to flag the algorithm. Version of what Azov Battalion was. Azov Battalion is the militant side of what the political side is. Svoboda is the actual party.
Thank you. I'm so glad that you were up here. And you take it over to Israel. It's the same thing. They are getting able to say and do shit I never thought possible under that far right aspect. And over here, the shit that the disintegration of the Constitution that has gone under the guise of far right motherfuckers saying we got to get our get back. We were persecuted. It's okay for us to do constitutional things because these guys are going crazy, and people bought that, and they'll let them do anything they fucking want. Telling you, far right's winning. I think it's just getting started. I think, bro. I think Trump is going to be a god.
Okay. But I hear what you're saying, and you're using the term far right. When you say that, are you talking about the right wing propaganda nation, or are you
talking about those, who are just
nationalists?
There you go. That's a good.
He means
term.
far right.
That's what he means. I like nationalist better though.
Spread your fingers out.
Yes, but they've taken control of what was normal folk.
You're just a little too light skinned for that shit.
I had a friend of mine say that he wished all the Palestinians would they'd kill all the Palestinians, man. And he don't even talk like that. He's buying into this fucking agenda, man.
All right, we had a question in chat that I'd like to address. It was quote unquote, who will win the trade war between America and Canada? And I say, Canada, you're fucked. If we decide we're gonna buy local goods, you're fucked.
Yeah.
If it's too expensive to buy Canadian shit, we will fake our own syrup and be happy. We have no problems with pretending we're doing some foreign shit.
No leverage, right?
We are the country who did fortune cookies that never freaking existed in the original source that we claimed it did. We invented the concept.
You think we can't do maple syrup
just to sell fortune cookies, bro? So, like, you don't think we can fake some maple syrup?
We'd be good at it. Mama's down south maple syrup. We'd be good at it, bro.
Keep in mind, we keep in mind though, when it comes to the tariffs, we're not just going to be fighting Canada in this trade war. It's going to be Mexico. It's going to be China.
I want to ask you,
man, we're eventually going to have trade wars with the EU. That's going to happen. We're going to have trade wars with NATO allies.
EU, I will spit in my hand before jerking. Don't care. We are the consumers.
Start today.
Started yesterday.
Yesterday, okay. What do you think though of the first immediate? Any of y'all can answer the first immediate effects that we'll see will be.
we're
I
not going
wanted
to
to
actually
ask you,
feel it.
Jay. I said I was going to ask you that. I'm glad you brought it up.
You want Sasquatch? You want to respond? If you want Sasquatch, it's his birthday. If he wants to respond first, it's fine.
He's got to respond quickly because
I'm
Sasquatch will
loving
be
the shit
3
out of this.
seas
Y'all
to
go
the
ahead.
wind soon. He will
But
be
This
useless.
panel will not save America. Will
the
not
dick fit has
save
showed up.
America.
Sure, we can do
Well,
it. Damn it, we can do
the
it.
reason,
No.
so you have to understand,
Smoke
man,
up,
is that
toke up, baby.
we're not gonna feel the effects immediately. You know, if you're saying how long is it gonna take before we really feel
No,
it,
no, 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 no. Those
Bro,
were obvious. I don't want the 4-year,
what
5-year
do you what do you
estimates.
ask?
I
What,
want. Is
Is
there
he?
anything gonna happen in the next 3 months or something? Will there be anything in the next few months? I think there will be.
you mean financially? You mean economically
I
speaking, right?
mean, financially first, but
Uh,
also I think there will be secondary shit like I think it's got to spark something, right? And it'll end up it'll be financial. In the short term, it'll be financial. But I think one is going to begat another, which is going to begat another, and then we'll see the effects later.
okay,
But yeah,
okay. Okay, I got a good answer for you then. If I had to say what effects will we see happen in the next 3 months that are linked to the trade wars, you're going to see immigration or the flow of immigration out of this country stop. It's going to grind to a halt, actually, because you're going to see a lot of people who are illegal immigrants are going to end up migrating over to blue states and blue cities, and they're going to become Democrat strongholds.
right.
And like forever blue. They're going to become forever blue strongholds. Like you'll never see them go back to red ever again. Like you know how this past election we thought maybe California in another election cycle or two might go back to red.
Yeah,
That's gone now.
it's
New York,
over with.
that's gone. You might even see Texas go blue at this point because of
That's
this.
crazy.
You might even see that happen.
That's crazy talk.
And I truly do believe that because immigration has always been a hot button topic when it comes to politics in this country, and because you're trying to forcefully.
Oh my god!
What I
I
missed?
just read that name out loud, and I went
wow.
slow, and then I went back.
Oh wow!
I gave him a participation trophy as soon as I saw it.
Well, my
Oh
goodness.
God.
Oh my god, that's
No,
great.
no, ma'am, you're not saying it right. It's Wilma.
Wilma.
It's
Wilma
Wilma
Dixit.
Dixit.
Yeah,
Wilma.
okay. Yeah.
No, you're putting the pause. You're saying it as
Oh
different
my
words.
god.
It's 2 different words, not 4. Wilma
Lee
Dickfit.
country, man.
Yes.
Wilma Dixit.
Oh bother. I'm kind of torn at this point because we could go in 2 different directions. I have backstage. I have Steven Crowder's deposition. Before this
over what?
I'm not 100% certain exactly why his
I'm
whole
just starting
squad
to
was
think he's a
deposed.
dick lately, but what else?
He is a dick. No, he never claimed otherwise, Joe. Did he ever show up at a college campus and go, I'm a nice guy, change my mind? No, he showed up and said, I'm a fucking dickhead. You can't change my mind. I don't have a problem with dickheads, Joe. Me and you get along just fine. I don't see the problem.
She's stupid. She dying.
I mean,
That's
when
why
that
she had to
shit
pull the
smacks
avatar
through, it's fucking painful, ain't it? But what I'm getting at is this.
I think no. I disagree, man. I think there is no excuse for bad form. I can get along with a dickhead and all that, but I can't respect him. There's no excuse for bad form. Man, but better do man shit around me. Fuck that. I'll laugh with you and joke with you and shit, and I'll tell you when you're done. You need some grow up, motherfucker. You're wasting your time trolling motherfuckers. You're insecure about this and that. Nigga, I'll tell you about yourself.
I appreciate it too. I got those letters and I'm working on myself a little
bit. Fuck that shit, admiring and fucking angry and emotional fucks, man. That's the shit got us in trouble where we are now.
Hey, did you see the soy jack?
Who?
Did you see the soy jack? We found him. Are you familiar with the soy jack name?
Is that the gay people over there in Thailand that you're talking about?
No, you're way off, bro.
Way better. Hold on. I'll do it this way. Hold up. Let me get the actual meme up. I should have had this
written. Welcome in.
For Captain Curmudgeon's show, and I didn't.
Which side is that? That ain't the chick West Side, is it?
Yes, it is. West Side accountability. Yes, Joe Cool. West Side.
Okay.
West Side.
He says a gay
All right.
motherfuckers over in Thailand.
All right. So I can't find the one. The
What's
one
the
where it's
phrase again?
funny. All right, it's one of the NPC memes. And
Okay. I saw Johnny
this one will do.
Somali was in the
Okay,
news
this one will
again.
do.
I love seeing him get beat up.
All right. I'm sure you've seen these guys, right? These dudes.
Hold on, let me zoom
with
in.
their little
I don't think I can
jack
zoom in on
faces.
fucking this. Yes.
I mean, you've seen the memes, right?
Yeah, I've seen these guys. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we found a guy apparently in real life who legitimately has pulled off the full soy jack bit. So let me go grab that video right quick and get back to the right spot. And I'll show you what I mean. I just showed you a few of the memes. Discuss amongst yourselves. Give me 10 seconds.
All right. You can't zoom in. I can't zoom in on vertical. I can't access a link from chat on vertical. Can y'all zoom in? I can't turn my phone sideways. It could be some iPhone.
None of that shit works, dude. Welcome to the future.
All right.
Get over it.
The future is now. Be grateful for the future, my guy. You should be grateful, bro. Listen, in 10 years, we don't have to worry about relationships. We'll all have AI girlfriends where it will feel no different than the real thing.
Like it. No, it'll be better than the real thing, right?
It'll be better. So you won't have any fights. You won't have any arguments. She'll do all the shit that you see done in the videos. She'll cook for you. She'll clean. Exactly, bro. The future about to flip.
She smoked crack with me at like 4 a.m.
Sure, and she won't get addicted.
From the UPS store by this cuck loser.
The actual full-blown.
He did say UPS store. I was fucking right. He says UPS store right there at the beginning. I was right.
Yes,
I knew it.
This is the physical embodiment of Soy Jack himself. This is him.
Coward cuck loser won't even fire me at the beginning of my shift. Waits till the end of my shift. Here he is.
He literally just hit a textbook Soy Jack.
Like right out of the freaking book, dude. I couldn't believe homie did this. I was utterly flummoxed by it. What's up, Big Chief? What's happening, bud? Havoc, good to see you. I know I hadn't been shouting out the chat.
Hell no, you didn't say hi to nobody, motherfucker.
I'm high as hell, nigga. What you talking about?
I'm in the
here's
cloud.
To you and here's to me, and may we never disagree, but if we do, to hell with you. Here's to me.
Well, nobody saw your toast. We just heard it.
Good girl. I'm proud of you.
Shut your mouth.
He lost Joe. Oh, there he is. Hi, Joe.
Lost Joe already?
Let me go to data to an advance.
Okay, so Joe, I've asked. I just got done with a show with Captain Curmudgeon where we talked about a lot of this stuff in general. So I've heard Jay's opinion, I think, but yours. Do you think that Hollywood? Do you think that we will get better movies? Do you think that we will get non-woke film?
I have no reason to believe it'll happen anytime soon. It is disgusting right now. Maybe in the future. Right now, it's getting worse.
Not
and more
now.
polarized.
I mean, like within the next, call it 2 to 5 years. I totally
expect us to be sticking gay Captain America down our fucking throat and telling me I'm a bitch if I don't accept it. You know, I totally expect that to happen before she gets better, bro.
Hey, Joe, you froze up, and I'm not sure you'd appreciate the look you got going on.
I'm still froze?
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. You should calm down for a second, bro.
It kind of looked like you just got a big, hard rip off of something serious.
Yeah.
I know what that means. All right, let me try to go back to data.
All right, bud. So now what, fearless leaders?
Well, I mean, let me ask you this, dude. Do you see that happening more? Do you guys see the Soy Jack situation we just saw? Do you guys see that happening more often in this economy?
Not only do I see that happening more, I see it happening more, being exposed more, and making more of these weird right-wing fruits that you hear about. right? Because here's the thing: when those fruits fall, they fall outside of the right wing tree. They roll downhill left wing, right? So, in this, what was it they used to say? Jay, you might be able to help me with this one.
What's that?
When you're young, you're a Democrat. When you get older, you become a Republican, or is it conservative?
So you're the younger you are, the more liberal you are. The older you are, the more conservative you get.
And this is a byproduct of having encountered the market and being involved in the social marketplace enough that you actually start having value. Once you start having value, your perspective on the whole monetary system changes. If you have no value, you think, oh yeah, well, obviously the government should pay for everything. But when you suddenly have the frankly, like social marketplace value is what I'm talking about, whether it's literal money or just assets or whatever you want it to be, the more value you have, the more assets you have, the less liberal you become until you reach a breaking point, which is around the $6 to $7 million mark, which is where it clips the other way. And you start going back to the, well, I can afford everything I want versus, everyone should get everything they want. And that's the weird left-wing liberal, rich trust fund babies type of radicals. They're different.
Ironic though, because those left-wing trust fund babies, the reason why they were able to become trust fund babies to begin with is because of capitalism and conservative ideology and how you save money and invest it in order to be able to become that to begin with.
Pause. I hear what you're saying, but that's not entirely accurate. At the time that these people who are funding the trust funds acquired their wealth, it was not conservative ideology. It was whatever was going on at that time, because those are the ideologies we utilize to create our current conservative values. This is old money, not the American sense. You get what I'm saying? Joe got it. Joe got it.
I didn't get it. I was looking at Jay. He looked confused. I was feeling confused.
No, I'm not. No, I'm sorry. I'm reading something else. I'm sorry. No, I'm not confused. I'm reading something.
Seriously,
do I have a? Is my reading face a confused face? I didn't know that.
I just usually the contemplative face looks confused. The concentrative face looks confused.
Anyways, continue.
I don't know. I forgot. I wanted to disagree and give you some pushback, Sasquatch, but I forgot. Oh, I didn't understand. You were saying that something about the
the trust fund babies. The money that is in that trust fund was probably derived from the land baron days of the 1920s or the railroad baron days of the 1820s, right? And that's where the money for the trust funds come from.
Okay, even if you carry that into the present,
but no, you're missing. No, that completely misses the point. The point is that those are not conservative values. Those were whatever values were important at the time. But when today we look back at those, it becomes conservative values. Consider this: Trump won on a mid-90s liberal platform.
Considered conservative back then. I think that's what you're saying.
Trump won on a mid-90s liberal platform. He ran straight down the line of a mid-90s liberal platform and won the Republican nomination, sir. Tell me the overturn window is not moving.
But that goes back to what I said beforehand, though, where society naturally goes more to the left. We become more socially liberal as time goes on, which is why the Republicans of yesteryear, or in the 90s, would have scoffed at him for having that kind of platform. Whereas Republicans, 30 years in the future, look at him as if he's a right-wing god.
Right wing, yeah, right. Yeah, no, I agree, and that's something when we're talking the difference between Republican platform versus conservative platform. These are very different things, sir. And a lot of people want to. 90% of the world wants to conflate the two, because the globalists are functioning with a worldwide concept, and the only people trying to fight for your rights are the right-wing weird conservatives in America, because otherwise, if they're not in America, they don't have the First Amendment, they don't have the Second Amendment, they don't understand the concept of actual God-given rights, and the rest of the world abides by whatever their freaking nations put before them. Here, they have to convince you. They
What
don't
about
the whole
those
world red.
man of the land, traveling, not driving ass niggas? I assume they'd be considered more left wing than right. I don't know, but
I've seen a direct split,
and cats
actually.
like me and fucking out there activists and shit.
No,
We are fighting for your rights. You say the only one out of hardcore right wingers.
Well, no, but the only reason I say that is because they're the ones that are defending nationalism and isolationism, and the concept of doing one's own culture and all of that stuff is all considered right wing.
Wait. That's nonsense, though. That aspect of them is not fighting for your rights. That's bullshit. Nonsense.
No, I didn't say fighting for your rights. I'm simply saying the when you do the pie graph of their political, I can't wait, but
ideologies.
When you're doing your psychology of political spectrums, right?
Yeah.
The nationalism concept, and with America, our nationalism involves the Constitution, which is a difference between our nationalism.
Our nationalism involves saying the fucking immigrants suck, go home. That's what our nationalism is.
Hold on. Nationalism worldwide.
Yeah, Joe Cole. Okay, that's not really fair for you to just put that as an American concept.
I wasn't trying to say, okay, well, good. I'm glad we can give it to all.
He's right.
But my argument was that nationalism is not a good thing. You said fighting for the country. Nationalism is destroying our country.
I did not say fighting, and I disagree. How is nationalism? How is American nationalism, which is different from the rest of the world?
Okay, you guys just said it was the same as all, and we'll bring it back to America.
No,
I did not say that, sir. I did not. That was not what I was saying.
Different types of nationalism throughout the world will in fact say, yes, we don't want immigration, we don't want immigrants to come to this country, and to an extent, nationalism in different parts of the world is more extreme than what you see here in this country. But what you're referring to more specifically, Joe Cole, is ethno-nationalism, which is not the same as American nationalism. They are very different.
Read the Constitution. I'm talking about a constitutional American, the people that the media currently brand as being right-wing weirdos, right? As being isolationist, nationalist, ethnocentrist type people.
You're calling those guys nationalists?
Well, they are. To an extent,
I was calling, the average is a bunch of white motherfuckers that.
But this is the point I'm making.
I would consider nationalists that wouldn't even consider themselves nationalists. All them motherfuckers that like free J6 and don't think you gotta give a look at the BLM motherfuckers as evil, as shitty. All those motherfuckers that saying the immigrants go back, you dirty so and so scoundrels. Trump was right. That's the same trick that they fell for with the Irish and all of that bullshit. Go home, spit on them and all of that shit. This is the same thing. They don't have a leg to stand on. That's why they say, they're illegal. But
which ones?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You're specifically talking about ethno-nationalists yet again. They're not the same thing. I'm talking about an American nationalist, someone who is a constitutionalist and a conservative.
Ain't American nationalist a J6er?
Not necessarily.
That definition of American nationalist?
Not necessarily. I'm talking about okay. Let's take the word nationalist out of the equation.
Ain't nationalists. Man, it was all white folks up there.
Constitutionalists, free speech, rights, the amendments, the full nine. Right. I'm not talking about a white guy who's trying to get all the brown people locked up or put in slavery. That's not what I'm talking. Those people are stupid.
You're talking about the cats on Wall Street. I don't know.
They're stupid, more extreme, more stupid, more retarded, more inbred, whatever it is they are. They're that. Right. But the rest of the world, and anywhere but America, when you start talking nationalism, you're not talking anything constitutional. You are talking like the full 9 yards of hate speech, propaganda.
When you say nationalism in America, I don't think constitutionalists. I think white power.
That's because you've been trained to think that.
Oh my God, I'm at least as smart as you are, pimp.
Yes, sir. And I'm not saying you have been fooled. I'm saying that 90% of the time you would be correct. The only time the concept of nationalism and white nationalism that's ethno nationalism. Most other countries can't control that. Here we got a grip on it by saying you can't wear masks. You just can't.
Jay, when you hear nationalists here in America, do you think constitutionalists or something else?
So when I hear nationalist in America, I think you're conflating it by saying constitutionalist, because a constitutionalist may not always mean a nationalist, but I think of someone who puts America first regardless of ethnicity. What you're referring to, Joe Cool, by your idea of like, oh, it's white people only, that's an ethno nationalist or a white nationalist. That's
White
something that more
nationalists,
akin to what
yes,
you think of.
yes,
Yeah,
yes, that's what
an
I'm thinking.
American
Yeah,
nationalist, or someone who just short phrases it to nationalist,
yeah.
just means they only care about the legal citizens of this country.
Sound like
Normally,
some
when they
white
say
power
nationalists, normally
bullshit.
when they say legal citizens,
But
they mean
that's what
those who
you
are born
hear,
here.
Joe.
There is no, that
I'm
is
trying
not a
to.
real, I'm sorry, that is not a real thing, though. We ain't got to discuss that. That is not a real thing. The
What?
What
people who
part's not
say
real though?
that it's that's a red herring, that as long as they're legal, 9 out
Well,
of 10
people
of those
understand
cats
you.
is
You are
bullshitting and
a legal
using it
citizen of
as
this
an
country because you've been
excuse.
here for generations. You and your family have been here for generations. You're legally here in this country. You're a naturally born citizen. You're a native born citizen. Sasquatch is the same. I'm the
Actually,
same.
Joe,
Ajon's the same.
hold on, Jay. Joe, you're dealing with someone from Puerto Rico. This man is a
No, I was
citizen.
born in the. I was born in the. Oh, I'm born in the mainland, sir. My parents are actually born in
But
the
it
island.
doesn't matter. My point is, it doesn't matter. As an American province, you get the same rights as American citizens, regardless.
Yes.
That's why I say if you want to go globalism, I'm down, but manifest destiny is still on the table. Let's start adding states, baby. Because there's no other nation that protects the rights of the individuals as well as the United States Constitution.
I'm not so fucking impressed, man. Wait till you see this vid I'm working on. I'm so not impressed with this fucking all of this shit. I prefer motherfuckers spend more time working on bettering ourselves and bragging about how great we fucking are. Cause that nonsense, I stand on that shit. The people who tell you no, I only have a problem with illegals because they're illegal or only with the illegals. The 9 out of 10 of those motherfuckers have a problem with them because of who they are, where they come from. That type of shit. They have a problem with it because they believe it's America and no one's
No,
allowed in here but
no. I'm
us.
gonna tell you why.
It's that
People who have a
bullshit.
problem with illegals in this country are just low hanging fruit human beings. Honestly, the people who sit here and they talk shit about illegal immigrants coming in this country are mad because they're getting their asses kicked by those same illegals. They'll talk shit about how they come from third world shitholes and how they come from shit poo lands and how they're just inferior brown people, and yet they're the same wastes of fucking sperm who sit on their couches day in and day out and say, "Well, I would be able to be better in life if they weren't here
I
kicking
like
our
where you
gerbs."
going. I like where you
Oh no, no,
go
no,
with
no, no!
that.
I
That's
literally
pretty
had an
good.
argument, I mean, bro. I've been getting yelled at. I've
That's
lost friends
good.
over this shit for the past couple of months because of this shit. The reason
That's
why they
why
don't
I
like
love
illegal
this motherfucker,
immigration,
dude.
yeah,
I'm,
exactly. The reason
dude,
why they don't like illegal immigration is because they're getting their fucking asses handed to them by people
And
who will
it's a
sit here and work
convenient
for 65
excuse.
cents an hour. That's why.
Yes, I like it. I
And then when
like
their
it.
kids, and then when their
actually,
naturalized kids come are born in this country as Americans, and then they're acculturated to how they have to work, then they whoop their asses even more because that's
That's
what
right. That's
Americans
right.
do with
That's
the same
right.
work ethic.
That's
That's
right.
why they
exactly.
get mad. That's
That's
why
right.
they're really fucking mad. That's why I
And
said
that
before.
comes down to one
I
thing.
like it.
That comes down to the fact that the native citizens here are more lazy than the people who are coming in here willingly, right? That's just a fact of life. We are fat, we are slow, we are lazy, and we don't bother. We just don't bother. It's uncomfortable to work. We don't want to do it, and so we claim disability. We malinger. We do all of the things we can to get out of the bullshit that
And we
normal.
use the immigrants as a convenient excuse. That's
Sure,
brilliant,
scapegoat.
right?
Exactly.
I'll be a scapegoat,
Yeah.
but
Exactly.
it's immigrants. There's a difference between immigrants and illegal immigrants. Do you agree?
No, technically,
No.
yes. But for
See, here,
all
all right, hold
intents
on.
and
Really.
purposes, out here in
This
the
is the
That's
world,
flaw in
when
this
you
conversation,
conversing,
Joe.
there is no shit. I don't care if a motherfucker telling me no. I'm only talking about illegals. He probably has a fucking issue with immigrants, bro. That's the red
this is my
herring 9
question.
times out of 10.
We are having a
Meaning who?
discussion. Hold on, Jay. We are having a discussion. We're trying to exchange communication. We're trying to exchange information. But your definition of illegal immigrant and immigrant are conflated the same. They're the same definition.
Wait, they're not the same. I was being a
Not
little
the same. There
tongue
is a
in
difference.
cheek. Wait, yeah, I agree
my
there's a
bad.
difference. I
Okay.
was being a little tongue in cheek. I was saying that just for conversational purposes on this panel, they mean the same thing. So you can use them
all right. You can
interchangeably.
take that position.
Yes,
I'm just
there's a
saying, legally
difference.
speaking,
Yes.
we're not speaking the same languages. So for communication's sake, it's difficult to have a conversation until we agree on certain definitions.
All
If we
right,
can
I'll be
speak
clear.
legalese, it helps. If not, we're going to have to, be a little bit more
When
loquacious.
when I hear a person say, those damn immigrants are doing this and that, I think it's personal. And when I ask them, is it personal? They say, no, I'm just